Something strange is happening in Pluribus, and episode 7 might finally expose the truth hiding in plain sight. The clues have been sitting right in front of us from the very beginning, yet no one has connected them the way they need to be. And once you hear this theory, the entire story of Pluribus will feel completely different. Episode 7 might not just continue the plot. It might flip everything upside down. There is a growing idea among viewers that episode 7 will shift the focus from the characters' actions to the real force controlling the entire story world. Up to now, every episode has shown us pieces of movement, conflict, and secrets, but none of them feel random. When you look closely, each moment seems like it is being shaped by something bigger, something hidden, something that quietly influences everything without ever appearing on screen. This is where the new theory begins, the belief that episode 7 will finally reveal the mind behind the system that has been guiding every major event. If you think about the last few episodes, you'll notice a pattern. Characters keep reaching moments where they think they have full control, only for something small and unexpected to push them in a different direction. Choices that look free actually turn out to be the result of earlier steps pushing them toward a single path. It is almost like a design that none of them can see but all of them follow. This has made many viewers believe that Pluribus is less about survival or conflict, and more about understanding who or what is designing the path they walk on. Episode 7 might be the moment where that design is finally explained. Some fans believe the hidden force is an intelligent system that has been quietly watching the characters, measuring their responses, and adjusting their world whenever they get too close to learning the truth. Others think there is a human mind behind it, someone who has been controlling the world from the start, using the characters like pieces in a game. What makes this theory strong is how often the story hints at a presence that notices everything. Even tiny details, glitches, repeated lines, shifts in behavior feel like signals that the characters are being observed. Another reason this theory is gaining attention is the growing tension around the unknown symbol that keeps appearing across episodes. It appears at random, yet always at a turning point, as if it marks an important transition. Some viewers think this symbol might be the signature of the hidden force. If episode 7 addresses this, it could reveal the first honest look at the creator behind the world of Pluribus. And if that happens, it might change everything the characters believe about themselves, their relationships, and the choices they think they're making. But the biggest part of this theory is the prediction that episode 7 will not only expose this hidden force, but also show its weakness. Every powerful system has limits, and the characters might be close to finding one. The unusual behavior in episode 6 moments that didn't fit the system's usual pattern suggests the controller may be losing stability. This opens the possibility that episode 7 will focus on the cracks forming in the design. Once the cracks appear, the characters might start waking up to the truth, even if they don't fully understand it yet. If this theory is correct, episode 7 becomes more than just the next chapter. It becomes the turning point where the world of Pluribus reveals its purpose, where the unseen becomes visible, and where the story shifts from mystery to confrontation. And if the characters learn who has been controlling them, the entire story could take a darker, deeper direction, one where understanding the truth becomes more dangerous than the conflict itself. As episode 7 approaches, the biggest question fans keep asking is what will happen to the characters who stand closest to the truth. Every major figure in Pluribus has reached a point where their next choice could determine not only their own fate, but the direction of the entire story. What makes this episode feel so important is how the characters' paths are beginning to cross in ways that feel too sharp, too intentional, almost as if the story is preparing them for a massive shift. Episode 7 might be the moment where some characters rise with new purpose while others fall under the weight of secrets they were never meant to carry. One character many viewers are watching closely is the one who has always questioned the world. Even when no one else listened, they have been noticing unusual patterns long before others did, and episode 6 hinted that they are getting dangerously close to uncovering something they were never supposed to see. This places them at great risk in Episode 7. A common prediction is that this character will be targeted not by another person, but by the system itself. When someone gets too close to the truth, the system tends to interfere by twisting situations, creating confusion, or pushing them into emotional traps. Episode 7 might bring their first direct confrontation with this hidden force, and that could change their role in the story forever. Another character to watch is the one who has always followed the rules without question. This character has been loyal to the world of Pluribus, trusting every instruction and obeying every sign. But Episode 7 may force them to see something they can't ignore. There is a prediction that they will experience a moment of emotional collapse when they learn that the world they believed in might not be real. This could push them into a completely new direction, either breaking their loyalty or hardening it. If they break, they may join the growing group of characters searching for the truth. If they harden, they may become an obstacle to the others, protecting the system even without understanding its real purpose. There is also the unpredictable character who has shifted sides more than once. Fans are confused about their true intentions, and Episode 7 might finally show why they act the way they do. Some theories claim this character has already made contact with the hidden force and is working secretly under its influence. Others think this character is simply trying to survive in the only way they know how. Episode 7 could reveal whether they are a villain, a victim, or something in between. Their decisions might spark a conflict that forces the characters to either unite or turn on each other. If this character chooses betrayal again, Episode 7 could easily end with a shocking twist involving them. But the deepest prediction is about the two characters who have shared a silent connection since the earliest episodes. They both felt something was wrong with the world, but neither spoke openly about it. Episode 7 might bring them together in a moment of shared discovery. Their bond could strengthen as they uncover pieces of the truth, and they may become the first to realize that the system controlling them is not perfect. But there is also a darker possibility that the system will target their connection because it sees their unity as a threat. In Pluribus, emotional connections often come with a price, and Episode 7 could test their trust in a painful way. These character paths create a sense of unpredictability that makes Episode 7 feel like a turning point. Every character carries a secret fear, a hidden desire, or a truth they refuse to face. Episode 7 has the power to expose these hidden layers. And once the characters begin to see themselves through the eyes of the system or against it, their journeys may collide in ways no one expects. The episode might end with the characters standing on the edge of a choice that will decide who they become in the rest of the story. Rebels against the truth or protectors of the illusion that shaped their lives. One of the most exciting questions leading into Episode 7 is what Pluribus will finally reveal about the deeper structure of its world. Up until now, the lore has only appeared in tiny fragment symbols, strange phrases, quiet glitches, and sudden moments where the world doesn't behave the way it should. These moments feel like cracks in a painted surface, showing a different layer underneath. Many fans believe Episode 7 will start peeling away that layer, exposing the truth about how the world was built, who built it, and why everything seems controlled by an invisible logic that none of the characters fully understand. This isn't just a prediction, it's a growing expectation, because the series keeps pointing towards something much bigger than the characters' personal struggles. One of the biggest mysteries is the repeating symbol that has appeared across several episodes. It shows up in unpredictable places, but always at moments that feel important. Some viewers think it may be a signature left behind by the original creators of the Pluribus system. Others believe it could represent a piece of code or a hidden rule that shapes how the world functions. If Episode 7 finally explains the meaning behind this symbol, it could rewrite the audience's entire understanding of the story world. Maybe the symbol is a warning left by someone who tried to escape. Maybe it marks areas where the system is weakest. Or maybe it is a sign of something far more ancient than technology. Something that was present before the characters ever entered the world. Another piece of lore that fans expect Episode 7 to explore is the idea of layered realities. In earlier episodes, there were moments where the world seemed to shift suddenly, almost like a curtain moving out of place. Characters noticed sudden changes in surroundings, repeated noises, or memories that didn't match their present environment. These moments hint at the possibility that the world of Pluribus is not a single, stable place but a collection of overlapping layers. Episode 7 might reveal that the characters have only been. Another interesting piece of lore involves the strange moments of déjà vu characters experienced in earlier episodes. These moments suggest that time in Pluribus may not be linear. The characters may be caught in loops, repeating certain paths until the system gets the outcome it wants. If Episode 7 dives into this idea, it could reveal that some events were never meant to be changed. The characters might discover that they have lived the same scenes before without remembering them. And if they finally notice the cycle, the story could shift from mystery to resistance. Because realizing you're trapped is the first step to breaking out. But perhaps the biggest lore reveal Episode 7 could deliver is the truth about the system's weakness. Every complex design has a flaw, and fans believe the series has been dropping hints about it. Moments where the world glitches, characters remember something they shouldn't, or the symbol appears unexpectedly may all be clues pointing toward a fault in the system's control. Episode 7 might be the moment where a character accidentally steps into this flaw, uncovering a hidden space or a forbidden memory that exposes the system's limits. If that happens, the balance of power in the story could shift dramatically, giving the characters their first real chance to disrupt the world they thought was unbreakable. One thing Pluribus has proven again and again is that it loves surprising its audience. Even when fans feel confident about where the story is heading, the series finds a way to slip in a moment that no one expected. That is why Episode 7 has so much attention. Viewers can sense that this episode is being set up as more than just a bridge toward the finale. It feels like the moment when the story finally shows its sharpest edges. And because of that, many fans believe Episode 7 will deliver the kind of wildcard twist that reshape everything we think we understand. These predictions may sound bold, but Pluribus is a story where the impossible often becomes the key to the truth. One wild prediction is that Episode 7 might reveal that one of the main characters is not who they believe they are. The idea isn't new, but the clues have been building in small, quiet ways. There have been strange moments where this character reacts faster than they should, remembers things they never lived, or senses danger before it appears. Fans are starting to wonder if they might not be entirely human, or if the system placed them inside the world as a hidden tool or observer. If Episode 7 exposes this, the reveal could shock both the audience and the characters within the story. It could create a divide between those who trust them and those who see them as a threat. It could even force this character to question their own existence, wondering if their emotions and memories were real or simply programmed out. Another unpredictable twist fans are discussing is the possibility of the world collapsing or resetting. The Pluribus system has shown signs of instability through glitches, repeated dialogue, and sudden shifts in environment. These moments may not be accidents, but warnings that the system is reaching a breaking point. Episode 7 might show the first major collapse scene where the world falters long enough for everyone to see what lies beneath the surface. This collapse wouldn't just be visual. It could scramble memories, rearrange the timeline, or push characters into places they were never meant to reach. Such a moment could change how the entire cast understands reality, pushing them from confusion into outright panic as they try to figure out what is happening to their world. A third wildcard theory suggests that Episode 7 could introduce a new character who isn't bound by the rules of the system. This character might come from outside the world or from a hidden layer that no one has seen before. Their arrival could serve as a warning, a guide, or even a threat. What makes this theory interesting is how often Pluribus has hinted at unseen watchers' voices or shadows that observe but never interfere. Episode 7 might allow one of these watchers to finally step forward. Their presence could bring answers, but also raise new questions. Why now? Why reveal themselves? and what danger is coming that forces them to break their silence. There is also a daring theory that episode 7 will end with a betrayal no one sees coming. Pluribus often explores the idea that pressure can change people, and episode 7 may push one character past their breaking point. This betrayal wouldn't be simple or petty, it would be emotionally heavy, driven by fear, desperation, or a belief that they're doing the right thing. Fans think the betrayer might act under the influence of the hidden system, or worse, willingly align with it after learning a truth they can't handle. This twist could completely shift the alliances within the story, splitting the group into two sides, those who fight the system and those who protect it. But the most dramatic prediction, and the one that fans discuss the most, is that episode 7 might reveal a future version of the world, a place that shows what happens if the characters fail. This future could be dark, empty, or collapsing, serving as a warning of what awaits them if they don't uncover the truth in time. Such a reveal would raise the stakes to a new level, making the characters realize that their actions are not only shaping the present but deciding the fate of every layer of reality connected to Pluribus. This kind of twist would give the story a powerful emotional weight, showing that the characters are fighting for more than survival, they are fighting for the future itself. All these wildcard twists may sound extreme, but Pluribus is the kind of story that thrives on the unexpected. Episode 7 carries the potential to deliver a moment that fans talk about long after it ends. Whether it reveals a hidden identity, a collapsing world, a new visitor, a painful betrayal, or a glimpse of the future, one thing is certain: episode 7 has the power to redefine everything we know about the world of Pluribus. As everything moves toward episode 7, the story of Pluribus feels like it is standing on the edge of a revelation that will shake the entire world the characters live in. Viewers can sense the tension growing, not just from the characters' struggles, but from the way the world itself is starting to behave differently. Each episode has added a new question, a new symbol, a new unexplained reaction that suggests something massive is waiting behind the curtain. That is why episode 7 doesn't feel like a simple continuation. It feels like the moment when the audience must decide what they think the truth really is. The series has left enough clues for fans to form countless theories, yet none of them feel complete. And now the story is building toward a point where the viewers themselves become part of the mystery, trying to piece together what the characters cannot yet see. One of the most interesting things about Pluribus is how it treats its audience almost like silent observers inside the world. The story does not only show events, it invites viewers to question them. Why do certain characters act in ways that contradict their earlier behavior? Why do small details repeat, glitch, or vanish? Why does the world shift at moments when emotions are strongest? Episode 7 feels like the moment where these questions aren't just background curiosity, they become necessary. Fans will find themselves thinking not just about what the characters are doing, but about what the world is preparing them for. It is rare for a story to make viewers feel like detectives and witnesses at the same time. But Pluribus has managed to turn the audience into a quiet part of the narrative. This creates a unique energy, because episode 7 is shaping up to be the episode where predictions matter more than ever. The choices the characters might make, the secrets the world might reveal, and the hidden force that might finally step out of the shadows all depend on how the tension has been building from the start. Viewers are not only excited, they're divided. Some believe episode 7 will deliver a logical explanation that ties every clue together, while others expect a twist that challenges everything the audience thinks they understand. That division is exactly what makes this episode so compelling. When a story reaches a point where every viewer has their own theory, it means the world is alive, active, and evolving. And Pluribus has reached that point perfectly. But what truly sets episode 7 apart is the emotional weight behind the mysteries. The characters are no longer just walking through strange events, they are starting to feel them. They sense that something is wrong, even if they can't explain it. People who were confident now feel uncertain. People who were loyal now feel suspicious. People who were steady now feel shaken. Episode 7 may push them deeper into this emotional conflict, forcing them to confront fears they never voiced. This emotional shift is what pulls the audience in. Watching a world glitch is interesting, but watching the characters realize they are trapped inside something they don't understand is powerful. And when emotions rise, the truth often follows. The final build-up to Episode 7 also raises one major question for viewers. What part of this story have we misunderstood? Pluribus has a habit of hiding truth inside quiet moments, inside symbols that seemed unimportant, inside lines of dialogue that sounded ordinary until they repeated later. Episode 7 might be the moment when all those small details start forming a picture. The audience may realize that certain clues were not just hints, they were warnings. Maybe the system's weakness was shown before, but no one noticed. Maybe a character's strange behavior was the first sign of reality shifting. Maybe the symbol wasn't a code but a countdown.